Good morning, good evening, good day. This is the final championship weekend of the playoffs. This is another homie picks. You got me, Hicks, Lou, and Ben. And together we are the three. All right, never mind. But but yeah. So this is what we have been waiting for. The title games. AFC title game, NFC title game so far. How y'all liking the playoffs?
Good game so far, I think. I didn't catch the last one. The the night game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wasn't that interested with the Tampa game, so I let that one go. But
The Senior Bowl?
but for the most part, it was good. Good weekend with the games.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. Some stuff happened unexpectedly. With Mahomes going down, it looked kind of scary there for the Chiefs for a second. The Senior Bowl was what it was, the Senior Bowl. Really, no one was throwing that ball around. So, all in all, I'm kind of looking forward to a shootout tomorrow.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's gonna be. I'm looking forward for it also. It's been a good playoffs. Buffalo is definitely showing up. Shout out to my prediction, even at the cost of my own team, Baltimore. Another year, another dream deflated. Speaking of deflated, that was Deflate Gate 2, because there was nothing more deflated than Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers' arms. That
Drew Brees. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Drew Brees, like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
two deflated arms. Phillip Rivers retired.
Yes.
Brees needs to retire as well, because that arm was. I mean, you couldn't throw the ball more than 6 yards. Like, that shit was trash. Yeah. It was like that was Deflategate too.
Well, he did have torn shoulder labrum, I believe, and some other nonsense. So he shouldn't have been playing in the first place.
We ready for the Jameis Winston era?
Absolutely. The best touchdown was Jameis Winston. So.
Right. He had the longest touchdown of the game, which is
crazy. They're going with Taysom Hill. That was their plan. So
yeah, he was out.
He was out too. Yeah.
No, right. But moving forward, Winston still be the backup.
It's Baker had a chance if they I guess they had a shot. When Mahomes went down.
Yeah.
I guess they were thinking, we're going to get this one, and they almost had it, but an unfortunate first down happened on 4th and 3.
4th and 3, yeah, and he took 20 yards, something like that. Like
that was that sealed it for them. So Cleveland would have had an impressive comeback, but
yeah,
everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
But I mean, and the Rams put up no contest, but they had Aaron Donald. Unfortunately, Aaron Donald plays defense and also not offense, because they would have needed him on all sides of the ball. But
right.
But overall, I'm feeling good about these title games. The first title game is the NFC one, which is Tampa Bay versus Green Bay at Green Bay. Green Bay is a -148 favorite. Tampa is a +154. Green Bay also is a 3.5 point favorite. So I'm just gonna start out with Ben. What you thinking of this?
Yeah, two good quarterbacks going at it. Brady's playing well. Tampa is playing good defense right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Green Bay. Green Bay's, I believe they're spreading the ball around. The last 3 games, they had 3 different top receivers. So it's not like it's just going to Devontae Adams. So they're spreading it around, and then Jones is still running the ball. They're a very well-rounded team, and their defense is playing pretty good. So I like Green Bay in this one. I don't think it's gonna be as close towards the end. I think I see it by a touchdown at least. I don't see it. Was it 3.5? I think Green Bay would cover that.
So you like Green Bay to win, and like Green Bay on the points too. Right.
Yep.
Luke.
Yeah, I co-sign that one. I think this is Aaron Rodgers' statement game, solidifying the MVP talk. I think he wraps up the MVP tomorrow in this game. He's home. He's never faced Brady. I think in the playoffs. I'm right.
Not at home, I believe.
Not at home. So no, because did they play in
Not,
Super Bowl?
Remember, he would have been the Patriots. It would have been Patriots Packers, and they never faced. It was
Never faced him. Yeah. So it's
yeah, it was the year before Brady took over, I believe they played.
Yeah. So it's going to be the first time him facing Brady. Home field advantage. Even though the crowd is not there, Lambeau Field is one of the toughest places to go and play in, especially in a game where it's mid, January. And I don't think anybody on Tampa Bay defense can stop Devontae Adams. It's going to really come down to his big plays and then Rodgers, buying time with his legs. I know Tampa's defense has been a top 10 defense this year, but playoff time, I think, is where Rodgers shows up and puts a nail in the coffin on the MVP.
I think Tom is going to miss one of his big targets, which is the little guy, Antonio Brown. And he's out for this game. The Buccaneers offense, it looks, I don't know, it's janky at times because sometimes you think they're going to be doing something nice and then other times they kind of just look deflated. But Green Bay is they're firing on all cylinders. He's finding, like, Rodgers is finding ways to find any target, and he's not really going to Adams. At times, Adams can be a decoy.
Yeah.
As I mentioned last week, for the Rams game, the tight end Tunyon, like he's finding him a lot, and it's always, I don't know what it is with Rodgers receivers, but it always looks like whenever they do like a replay, they all look wide open. So,
right.
Yeah.
I had never seen nobody covered on this team ever, so it's like crazy how he always has all these open ass targets. But as good as Tampa's defense has been lately, I just don't see them stopping Rodgers and the boys this week, maybe in week whatever of next year, but not in this shot. I don't see it happen in this title game. And you never know; it could be a close one, but I really don't see it being a close one at all. I think Rodgers kind of just, shows he's going to be the last old man standing in this battle. But it'll be a good matchup nonetheless. But I still like Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl, which also leads to the second and last, which is the AFC. You got Buffalo at KC. Now that's going to be the young man bowl. It's battle two, ascending quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Ascending quarterbacks. KC, of course, is the favorite. They're minus 178. But Buffalo is also a very close contender. They're a plus 150. So, the odds makers are giving Buffalo a really good chance. They are a 3-point. Buffalo's a 3-point underdog. So, Lou, what you thinking? Buffalo, KC?
Oh, man, this is going to be the game of the year right here, I think. Unless we get, Green Bay and one of these two superstars to have an all-out high-scoring game in the Super Bowl. I think this is going to be the game of the playoffs. Let's see how Mahomes bounces back from that concussion. He looked a little dazed out when he got up from that hit. He said he's all clear to go, so let's see how that goes. But I'm rooting for Buffalo on this one. I think they may pull up the upset. They have enough weapons. This is probably the only team I can see that can match KC blow for blow in every aspect. On defense, on offense, they can shoot out through the air. They can run the ball whenever they want. And they have a mobile quarterback that can use his legs down the field as well. So great matchup, but I really got my money on Buffalo taking his win.
Ben?
Oh, yep. I picked Buffalo to go, and I'm going to stick with that one. I think Buffalo wins. It's going to be close. It's going to be a tight game. There is something that concerns me about Buffalo. They don't have a running game going right now. So it just relies on Allen. I think they're under 100 yards in the playoffs. So it would be nice if they can establish some kind of a run. But I feel they they can put up the points. They can keep up with KC, and actually KC is the one that has been struggling to put up points of late. So I'm not that confident in the Chiefs being able to keep up if this becomes the shootout we all hoping it becomes. I don't think they'll be able to keep up, and I think actually the injury that should concern more is his toe, the toe injury. Mm-hmm. You can see when he was planting his foot, some of his balls were going off target before he got the concussion, taking out the game. So I think that one's going to be the bigger one if it's still affecting him. So his accuracy might not be there. So yeah, I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo can pull this upset.
If I didn't go against my Super Bowl pick against my favorite team, what makes you think I want to go against my Super Bowl team against KC? Like I already had it. I think I say Buffalo, Green Bay, but I also said Buffalo's going to win the whole thing. We'll see what that happens. But of course, I'm going to go with Buffalo. Stephon Diggs is lightning, man. He is making the very best of this situation.
Yeah, that trade, man, was.
And people can say, oh, like Josh Allen is making Stephon Diggs look good, and it could be the other way around too. Because before Stephon Diggs, Allen was one and done. Like, he wasn't one and done. He was just in and out. That was it. Last year, like that has been a really good tandem. Cole Beasley coming back was a big thing. John Brown has been stepping up. Like Buffalo has hitters, and especially in that defense, they really got hitters. And they're playing really good ball. They shut. I mean, granted, we're talking about a Baltimore team that held Derrick Henry to 40 yards and shut down Tennessee, and they held the Ravens to a lowly 3.
Yeah, Buffalo's defense is a little underrated. They're that kind of bend don't break, but they're great in the red zone. Yeah. So and KC struggles to put up points right now. So
yeah, and like right now, Allen is focused. I mean, I see it. He is focused. He's ready. I think this Buffalo team is ready. And even if I had like another pick, I still probably would have picked Buffalo because they're playing some of the best ball I've seen in a while. So I kind of fear for whoever they go against next after that. But yeah, I definitely see Buffalo winning this one. The run game, you can make anything about it, but if nobody's stopping that passing game. So I mean, it's not like they need the running game to go off for them to be elite in passing. They're still doing it. And KC's defense is not the greatest defense. So, I see Buffalo pulling this one out.
Yeah, I went back and revisited the trade for Stephon Diggs to Buffalo. And the first article that pops up is an ESPN article that's saying Minnesota won that trade.
Oops.
Fast forward now. I mean, they traded away – the Bills traded away a first, a fifth, a sixth, and a fourth for Stephon Diggs and a seventh. Looking back at that trade now, Buffalo won.
Yeah.
I don't care what those picks turn into.
Yeah.
Right now,
that production is like incredible. The chemistry that they put together, it's nuts.
And for them to click on year one, I remember
one with this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, I remember reading that as soon as he got traded in March, Stephon Diggs called Josh Allen. I was like, let's go work out. And they went off season and they worked out, and it's paying off tremendously for them. I think Buffalo got the steal of the year, trading away a couple of picks. Granted, it was a first, a fifth, a sixth, and a fourth, and a future fourth.
Mm-hmm.
All worth it right now because they put Buffalo back on the map. And I think Buffalo's peaking at the right time. New England took that step back, dramatically back into the division. The Jets are still trying to figure out who they are. Mm-hmm. Miami's not sure about their quarterback situation going into the offseason. So Buffalo could be the king of the AFC East for the foregone conclusion, for the future going forward. So I'm interested to see what they do here. I think this is the right step in the right direction for them.
Yeah, that's the thing about draft picks. they're unknown people. Like, you don't know if they're gonna turn out to be good. It can turn out to be good. It can be turn out to be bust.
Right.
You know, like, you know, I mean, granted, I mean, not to bring an old basketball thing, but remember that time when you know, the Nets, you know, traded for KG, Paul Pierce, and we gave up a whole bunch of people, and they turned to be Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Damian Lillard. So, you know, like, those turned out to be good picks, but not all picks become good picks.
Right.
Not everybody, you know, fizzles out. You know, I mean, like explodes to be a star.
Right.
You know, like, I think last year's, you know, two biggest trades, the teams that got them definitely did a lot more with their receivers. DeAndre Hopkins, Arizona, Stephon Diggs to Buffalo. Like, those were two of the biggest trades, two biggest shocking trades.
Yeah.
But Arizona was a much better team when they got D-Hop.
Sure.
You saw what happened in Houston. You see how Watson wants out of Houston, so that's dysfunction as shit. So,
I mean, even look back at the Josh Allen draft. Josh Rosen was taken ahead of him.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold was taken ahead of him. Look what Josh Allen's standing right now. You know that.
Well, at the time, he was just they said he had great talent, but he was just the rawest. Like, he was really a project. And Buffalo took the time, they invested in him, and they really worked him quickly. Like, I mean, he progressed really fast.
Yeah, he fell right into the right,
right situation.
Right situation. Yeah. You know, and it's phenomenal that, you know, he was taken for all those things. All those quarterbacks to take him. I don't even think Josh Rosen's even in the league right now.
Yeah,
right. So. He's not in the league. Sam Darnold really much is going through his third coach.
He about to be out. He about to be replaced.
He's about to go through his third coach in 3 seasons, which is crazy to say that.
Yeah.
For a quarterback taking number 2 overall, number 3. Let me see who looked ahead of him. It was
the Jets don't want him. You know, the Colts. You know, just saying.
It was Baker Mayfield, Saquon, Sam Darnold, Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, he fell in a great spot to be the 7th pick in that draft, and he's about he's about a season away from being in the MVP conversation.
You know, for sure.
So, before we wrap up, there's no prop on it yet. At least not a prop that I can find yet on it. So until we do find a prop, just as a homie pick special, and I didn't brief y'all on this one. What do y'all think Deshaun Watson goes and plays to next year?
I had a discussion with one of my other group chats about this. And of course, you know, one of my friends is a diehard Jets fan. He wants him to go to the Jets. I think the Jets are positioned best to get him with a number 2 pick, and Sam Darnold, if that package requires it. I think the best fit for Deshaun, though, I think they're my sleeper pick. You ready? The New Orleans Saints.
So you think
the
New Orleans?
I don't think they have the cap, though.
Well,
the
tires, I think they could probably find a way to make the move.
Taysom trade or a Wilson.
Yeah, I don't see them doing it. I think they were very happy with Taysom Hill going in. So,
but Taysom Hill is not the solution. He's a Band-Aid right now for what they needed.
I think right now it's going to be the coach's call, and you know he has credit right now. So until that fails, I don't think he's moving off him for some reason. But so
you think he stays in Houston? Lou, you think he goes to New Orleans?
Oh, he definitely leaves.
No, I don't think he's staying in Houston. I think I think the most likely place, if any, I would say Miami.
Okay, so you're picking Miami.
They have enough picks to give away. They're not 100% sure about their QB situation. And, you know, Houston will get a young QB that's still under, you know, low money contract, rookie contracts. So it works out for both of them. You're still not getting equal value out of, you know, Deshaun's still more, you know.
And Miami has that pick too, so yeah.
Right. And Miami has that. Miami is loaded with picks too, so it's like they have options So I think that would be one of the best bets, but I don't know. Who knows? It's just weird. It's a weird.
Let's put it out there. You say Miami.
If Breeze
I think
retires,
Miami.
that's like $30 million in cap space. If Breeze retires,
Lou says New Orleans asterisk.
Asterisk.
If Breeze retires,
Breeze is retiring. Breeze is retiring.
Me, I think he's going to Chicago.
Chicago.
I think they can pull. Because they have the 4th pick. I think Chicago can somehow find a way to get him on there. I don't know how, but I'm gonna say Chicago as my wild bet to it.
Well, if he does go to Miami and they trade that pick away, do you know who originally owned that pick?
Chicago?
The Texans.
Texans.
They get their own pick back?
Yeah, basically.
For
a
top 5 quarterback, which is crazy.
An established quarterback. I'm sorry. Like that's the thing. Like you're getting something established. I don't know. It's crazy, but we'll see. But I don't know. It'll be. I'll be shocked if he stays in Houston. Like that would shock me if he still plays for Houston.
Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, he holds all the cards. He has that NBA contract, a no trade clause. So he gets to pick his destination, which I'm happy that he has that power. You know, at this age of the game, you don't see a black quarterback having that kind of power and control over their contract. So I think for black athletes everywhere, it's great to see him have that control over where he gets to play. And I hope he plays somewhere where he wants to go and he's actually wanted. I think Texans really shot himself in the foot this year. That D-Hop trade was
the whole organization has some
retarded. That was the worst trade we've seen in a very long time because I don't think David Johnson was worth what DeAndre Hopkins brought to the game. I mean, even without DeAndre Hopkins, you know, Deshaun Watson still finished number 1 in passer rating, passing yards, and I think there's another statistic he finished number 1 in, which is crazy. You know, he just had Joe Schmoes he was throwing to, and he still produced. So I hope he does land somewhere where he gets to fully be immersed and loved by an organization and treated like, you know, star quarterback. You know, I can't imagine Brady not being involved in a trade of that magnitude or just any kind of decision-making when it comes to head coaches. You know, he just asked them, hey, just interview Eric. And they were like, no.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that they told him, we're going to ask for your input and we're going to, whatever you tell us, we're going to try and do. And then they just flat out
and then they reneged on that, which is.
So I get his frustration.
I think whoever gets him, you know, you have a franchise quarterback, take care of him. J.J. Watt, you know, he apologized for wasting a year of Watson's career.
A healthy year too, because he was healthy all year.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, I feel bad for both of them because they're both great players. You know, they had to go through a waste of a year. I mean, I guess they're moving in the right direction, getting rid of Bill O'Brien, but at the same time,
it's too late.
They had a GM hire that nobody even knew about or nobody was even like asked about, and so I guess as a franchise owner, you don't need to consult anybody except yourself, but at the same time, you want to make good with your best player. You know, you need to at least have some kind of a trust with them. So,
I mean, look at the correlation that's happening with the NBA. You know, Kevin Durant, KD voiced their concern. They got the guy in there that they wanted to help them grow, help them develop. You know, that's the team listening to his players. Yeah. Granted, I don't agree the way they did it, but they listen to their players. Yeah. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. Like, he needs to be – he holds a key to that kingdom. You know, Houston, the whole area, they just lost James Harden to the same thing. Someone who wanted out. I don't think the Texans could afford to lose Deshaun Watkins, but I think they are. Yeah. You know, thing to keep an eye on too, James Harden, Watson, they're both boys. You know, do you know who was at courtside at the net game? Deshaun Watson.
So he going to the Jets then?
Listen, hey, that's the only New York team that can afford him right now. So
I mean, they also have enough picks. They also have
enough picks.
It's just a matter of Deshaun wanting to go there.
Right. So, you know, James Harden gets in that ear, come to New York.
Well, but I mean, we're speculating, but as far as I've heard, the new GM Houston, he's saying they're not getting rid of, they're
Well,
not
he has to
taking
say,
Deshaun.
you know,
So
because they still have fans.
That's lip service.
Yeah,
Lip service. You
he
have to
has
say
to show
something.
face.
yeah, he has to, but uh, I
You know,
wouldn't be
right now they
surprised
don't
if
have
it's
fans
not.
in the building, and right now, if and when fans are allowed back into the building, no one's going to come to a stadium that Deshaun Watson is not in.
Yeah.
You know, they need to secure if these stadiums will be opening next year. If they are, they're going to get those ticket sales out, and then after that, hey, everyone, you know, pay their booking fees and you know their suite fees and all that. Then they'll trade them away.
Yeah.
But for now, they got to show face.
Yeah, for now they have, of course, they have to do, you know, the honorable thing and say no, we're not trading him. 2 days later, yeah, we saw the best trade available, so we had to make it happen.
Look at all options.
I hope so.
But you know,
It would be horrible if they forced him to stay.
But you know, this was you know, I felt like I wanted to, you know, break the whole usual mode of, you know, picking games and pick players now. So, but we should come back at y'all in another couple of weeks when it's Super Bowl time. After that, it's gonna be basketball time. You know, full time mode.
Let's go Knicks.
Lose Knicks are on fire. They are
defense in the league right now. Those are words that I thought had never come out of my mouth. Best defense in the league right now.
Look, they killed the Celtics. They killed the Warriors. Look, they killed Orlando almost. Orlando made
blew out Milwaukee.
Look, they are. The Knicks are on fire. The Knicks are back.
I haven't said that statement yet because I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that statement. But we're playing very good right now, so I'm looking forward to having NBA talk. Yeah, what you guys, if you guys have any suggestions, throw them in the comments.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, it's gonna be a good one. But until the next time, everybody stay safe, be well, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, pick something. But later, y'all.